driving. There's nothing like a little retail therapy to calm your nerves and help you to get centered. Usually it's like that for me when I go into Michael's, the craft store. I don't know. I get that feeling like I used to get when I used to go to Nordstrom's or when I would go to the Mac counter. And many moons ago, when I would go to Nordstrom's or to the Mac counter, I would start shaking. I would be so excited that I would start shaking. That doesn't happen anymore. But when I go to Michael's craft store, I get so excited. I see all the paint and the paint brushes and the flower walls, and I just love it. So anyway, oh yeah, the Dollar Tree. Well, I don't get excited to the point where I'm like shaking or ecstatic. I get happy because I love the Dollar Tree. So what I did was I went to work after my tango with the highway patrol. I was so pissed. Oh my goodness, I was so pissed. But I relaxed, related, and released. And the night was busy enough. I had a good night though. Last night was a good night at work. I worked with great nurses. Clients were good. Everything was good. But I was still a bit perturbed in the deeper parts of my spirit. I was bothered. I was very, very bothered. So what I did was I looked on that ticket and I contacted the highway patrol. That's what I did. I said, you know what? I won't feel better until I get some type of resolve, because I am too irritated. And I almost feel like, you know, that kind of scratch that it's itching the hell out of you, but you can't quite reach it. Like, even when you use your fingertips and kind of spider walk them across to that side of your back, you scratch it just a little bit. Just a little bit, but not quite. Well, that's how I felt in my spirit. So what I did was, as I was in the Dollar Tree, my most favorite store in the world, and yes, I do like it better than Michael's. I love the Dollar Tree. So I went in there. Actually, before I went in there, I was driving, and I contacted a police department and told them the scenario, and they were saying, you know, give me the badge number and all that information, and I did. And they said, you know what? Because they wanted me to continue to read what was on the ticket, and they said, you know what? Wrong department. This is who you need to contact. It's a different city, and I told them where I was coming from. I'm coming from Palm Springs, and I'm going into a different city. And I said, you know, to be truthful, I was driving 95 miles an hour. I was late for work. I was late for work, and I was trying to get there. I knew I was going to be late anyway, but I felt like, you know, better be a little bit late than a lot late. And I thought about the nurse who probably wanted to go home and was pissed off at me, which was wrong of me. So I just decided to just leave earlier, be responsible, and be safe. So I'm just gonna leave earlier. So anyway, this person gave me the correct number to a different department that I needed to speak to. So I called that particular department and gave them the badge number, told them the scenario, what happened, was truthful in every way, but felt that that officer was asking a little bit too much about my car, and the way that he was saying it was kind of like he didn't believe this was my car. Dude, I'm wearing scrubs. I have a badge on. And really, I don't have have to justify myself to you. I told you what it was. You have my license and registration, and you have all the information, whatever, you know. You ran my plates, and you said it in a threatening tone, like, oh, but that's what you're supposed to do, sir. But anyway, I went on to tell her, and I explained it to her, and she said, no, you know, I totally get your concerns. I know who you're talking about, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you the sergeant. What's your name and your number, and I'm going to have the sergeant call you back. So by this time, I'm like, okay, whatever. They're just going to give me the runaround. And I know I'm a bit moist, but you guys, I've been working all night. I should have been home. It's, what, 11 o'clock here? I should have been home. I'm just now driving now. But anyway, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. She's just telling me something to pacify me. But when I went to another store, I got a phone call. And he asked for me, and he told me, you know, I'm Sergeant such and such. And I'm like, oh, wow. I really didn't think he was going to call, but, you know, he did. So I told him the situation. And again, I was very honest. That's one thing about me. I'm extremely honest. And some people say I'm too honest, but, you know, hey, that's what it is. And I told him, I'm trying to get to work. If I'm going to get the ticket, I'm going to get the ticket. You know, that's what it is. I'm going to get the ticket. I would have liked that, you know, I didn't get the ticket, and I would have gotten a warning. You know, we're both essential workers. We know what it is. But if I get the ticket, okay, that's fine. But don't talk to me in a manner as if I've stolen something, you know, or I'm not capable of attaining my vehicle. You don't know me. You don't know my intelligence. You don't know anything, you know? And I just didn't like his tone. I really didn't. And I told him what I said. And I told him, you know, about my past experiences. You know, and I told him that I said, you know, you guys. And I told him when I said that, meant, you know, particular white men bother me. The 2 times when I got pulled over, you know, just like picking at me. And I feel as though I'm being picked at. And the last time it was horrible. The last guy, he was extremely rude. He wouldn't even let me talk. That's how rude he was. And anyway, and he said, you know what, I understand how you feel because I am black. Okay? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he apologized for the police officer making me feel a certain way. And I said, you know, I already feel a way being, when I see a police officer, you know, I get anxious, and, you know, with all the things that have happened to black people, I get anxious. And, you know, just to have him, and I said, since when did you guys start pulling people like off of the freeway and like having them exit places to give them a ticket, or, you know? And he said, you know what, that's more so for you guys' safety and for our safety, because a lot of officers have gotten killed, hit and runs and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. So we continued to talk. He said, Ashley, you know, I'm on vacation. So this call was that important for me to address that, you know, I'm on vacation, and I apologize. I said, you know, I'm sorry. He said, no. I just want to let you know that basically you weren't being pacified, and that, you know, I'm going to speak to him. And I said, that's just the way that I felt. And, you know, make me feel like, you know, I can't have this type of car or whatever. And he took forever to write my ticket, making me later, you know. So we talked for a moment, and he apologized, and he said he knows how it feels because he was the only black man in the department, and it was all white people. So he says he understands. But he said, you know, they do not condone that type of behavior. You know, we want people to be treated equally and fairly. We're there to do a job. But he said, but Mrs. Such and Such, slow down. you can get hurt and you can hurt someone else. I said, I totally agree and noted. I definitely am going to slow down. Yeah. So I said, that was all I wanted, you know. I'll pay the ticket or whatever. What's the next step? And he said, actually, you know, they write the tickets, but you know, that's the court. You can go to court and fight it and blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. Just mail me my ticket so I can pay it and go on with my life. I just don't want to have a point on my license. So I told my sister, and she said, oh yeah, you know, they're going to put a point on your license and your insurance is going to go high. I'm like, oh, hell no, please. I don't want that. My insurance is good right now. I think it's $110 a month. Please. I don't need that. So I'm praying that doesn't happen. And I read the ticket. It said double, did it say citation or ticket or whatever? Because they're doing construction in the area. And I'm like, how much is this ticket on me? And you know, I'm telling myself, ooh, the last ticket I got, it was $445. I said, oh Lord. I'm just hoping that it's no more than $500. I'm hoping it's no more than $500. That ticket gonna be high. And then I was talking to a coworker, he's a nurse, and he was like, you know what, I was riding in the diamond lane by myself, and he said the officer gave him a break and gave him he paid what, $300 and some. He should have got 2 tickets, but he only gave him 1. So I was like, oh, okay, that was cool. But yeah, I was just I was happy though that he called and, you know, apologized on the officer's behalf and told me that he is going to speak to him, and if he like, you know, he'll call me back, you know, to further discuss it with me more. So I appreciated that, and I said, be safe, enjoy your vacation, and be safe, and thank you. And then he said, thank you for all that you do, putting your life in danger and helping to take care and heal others. I said, oh, thank you. So I felt good about that. So I just wanted to let you guys know about the outcome of that situation, that it did work out. And you know what? I was pissed when I made that video. That's why I'm ranting. You guys are probably like, the voice, using such foul language. Who would have known that she has a mouth like that? Oh, yes, I do. There are very many aspects to me. I am not just one-sided. I so am not. I'm a human being. Understand that. I'm a human being with real emotions, real feelings. I feel real shit, and I expose it. You know, I'm not higher than anyone, high and mighty, and I'm not lower than anybody. That's just what it is. Also, you know, there was a situation at work today, and I didn't want to come off as a bitch. And you know what? I didn't think about it at the moment until after I said it. But someone was speeding my clients along. And it reminded me of when I worked with the elderly. Now, you know that the elderly are slower, right? Because the body slows down. When you're older, you're going to move slower. And just like they would tell me, thank you for being so patient. And yeah, they were putting me behind greatly. But I understood that, you know, it takes a little longer for them to get up out of their chair or to walk and to do certain things. I understood that, and I had compassion. So with these particular people, a lot of them are mentally delayed, and they have other ailments and disabilities. So what I do, and something that I've always done, is I give them a choice. Whenever I give medication, hold on. My face was itching, and I don't have my my car mount yet. I checked Amazon. It's on the way, but I don't have it quite yet. But anyway, as I was saying, I give them the choice of their medication, right? Not of their medication, what they want to take with it, right? Beverages, and I give them a choice. And they were saying, oh, move it along, move it along. And they were talking and kind of like overshadowing what I was saying, so where the clients could not hear me. And I had to say, excuse me. And I had to say it 3 times. Each time I got louder. And the 3rd time I said, excuse me. And they all looked at me. It was like 4 of them looked at me. And could you please escort Mrs. Such and Such out of the way so that I can attend to this person? And what they were doing was, they were all talking about how I was giving the choice of beverages. Now, they probably thought of it as, you know what, this is taking so much time, just, hey, they drink that and that be it. And let's move on to the next. But no. And I had to address one and said, you know what? People need to know that they have a choice. Because sometimes that's the last thing you get. To us, it seems so small and so minute. But to them, it's big. And they told me, thank you so much. Just a simple gesture like that. A choice. Do you want water? Do you want apple juice? Do you want orange juice? Do you want grape juice? Do you want milk? Just asking that. Yeah, it may slow you down some, but it's human. It's human, and it gives them a choice. Because a lot of people, depending on what type of institution they are in, because there are some that are in psychiatric facilities where they have to be strapped down, and different orders where administering medication is a bit more invasive. But, you know, this wasn't. And the fact that I gave them a choice, they appreciated that and they valued that. And I just put myself in their shoes, how I would feel if someone gave me the choice. It's making a person feel human. Simple as that. And I tried to relay that. And, you know, they were quiet. And again, I was not trying to make myself seem as though I was higher and mightier and greater or anything like that. It was not that. It was humbling, and it was just to say, you know, hey, let them have a choice. But it was a good situation, and they said thank you so much. It was a good situation. Then another situation happened. After work was over, I said I went to the Dollar Tree, and then I went to this other store, DD's. I like DD's. They have good stuff in there. It's kind of like Ross, which is kind of weird. There's only certain sections I go into because I get anxiety. I can't look at clothes on racks and shit. I can't. It gives me anxiety. That's why I shop online. I can't. It's too much for me. I can't look at clothes on racks and look through stuff. No. I have to see it right there, or I can go to like Target, and it's like there, and I don't have to like really be looking through shit. But anyway, a little girl ended up missing, and the lady was saying, my little girl is missing. She's gone. And I'm like, okay, what does she look like? And she told me what she looked like, what color shirt or jacket she had on. And so I stopped shopping and left my stuff there and looked outside, because I saw when I parked, there was some men out there congregating among themselves, that who knows what they were up to. Isn't that crazy how when stuff comes towards your windshield, you blink? Like it's really gonna hit you, but it's not gonna hit you. I know y'all saw that. Anyway, so I left the store and, you know, put my basket up front. I left the store and said, you know, okay, I said, all right, I'm gonna go help you find her. Hopefully she's still in the store and she's hiding in the clothes somewhere. Because, you know, little kids, they like to play and hide in clothes and stuff. So I went across to the bank, and like the security guard was like, oh, you know, you can't come in on this. So I said, no. I was just seeing if the little girl's over here, because there's a little girl missing. And she's like, oh, what'd she look like? So she started looking. So we're all looking. I'm telling people in the parking lot. I'm looking through the parking lot. looking in different places. I come back and I saw the mama, because the mom was so, oh my God. I feel so bad for her because she thought her child was actually kidnapped or taken. And she's like, my daughter's gone. And she started crying. So when I walked in the store, I see her and I see the little girl with the pink jacket. And I said, is this her? Bailey. I said, is this Bailey? She said, yes. And then we just started hugging. I said, well, thank God. And then I whispered to her, Bailey needs to get her ass whooped when she get home. And then she started laughing. She started laughing. But I'm glad that it worked out and she was in the store hiding and playing around. And, you know, that was so traumatizing enough that the supervisor had to get his crew together. And they had a meeting. Him and the employees in the store. I guess they had like a little, what do I want to say? If a scenario like that ever happens again, some steps to go through. A protocol. That's what he did. He tried to go ahead and we're gonna create us a little protocol, so you know we know what to do in a situation like this if it were to happen again. But I just thought that was so. I don't want to say beautiful, but moving. How when tragedy or when hurt or pain or something severe occurs, people come together. Why does that have to happen? Do you think like that? I think like that, like, damn, why does something have to occur for us to come together? Because we all came together in that store. Actually, it was all women, and we was black, Mexican, and white, and we all came together to find that baby girl. We all put our grocery baskets to the side, and people was looking in the store, looking in the bathrooms, and we did, you know, what we had to do to get baby girl. That's what was our focus. And I was like, damn, that's profound. We forget about what we got going on and we come together for one thing. Same thing at work. I was talking, and we was talking about black women. You know, and I said, you know, we have our issues in the black community. We have our issues. We do. Excuse me. But one thing about us, although we have our issues amongst each other, and you know, she had the high five too. Because, you know, they were saying, you know, certain people they don't like, blah, 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 whatever. They don't got nothing to do with me. I'm here to do my job and spread a little joy, learn a little something, and let's keep it pushing. But I said, the thing about it is, when some shit go down, the black people gonna gang up together and they gonna monkey stop whoever ass is talking about one of us in a severe way. Especially if it's some racist shit popping off. All the women who don't like each other, who can't stand each other, who was calling each other all kind of names, gonna link up together and bop the person who's doing their fellow sister wrong. But the type of person I am, I sit back and I meditate on things. And I'm like, dang, why do I have to be that way though? How come we just can't be in oneness and just, you know, just be? And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just being. Like I said before, I don't do groups. I am comfortable being a loner. That's me. That's how I am. I am a loner. I don't link up with people. I like to talk one-on-one. Whenever I talk to someone, I really like to talk one-on-one. I don't do groups. But I'm just like, you know, why come not why come, how come there just can't be oneness and it'd be cool and everybody just vibe? I don't know why that is, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Only thing I can do is learn and keep on pushing. Life is filled with so many lessons. I keep learning. A lot of times I don't get it right the first, second, or third time. But eventually I do. Maybe the 10th, 12th, 20th time. Eventually I get it right. But I'm thankful that I have the ability to learn and to go through lessons. And pass those gems on to other people. Well, my beautiful people, I have made it to my city. I will be home in maybe 10 minutes. I'm trying so hard not to gun it. Right now, I am doing 85 miles an hour. That may seem fast to y'all, but not to me. And I'm trying. And I'm on a 2-lane road. And I am looking in the distance for the police. Making sure he ain't creeping around, because he hides in crevices and alleyways and corners. So I'm just making sure he's nowhere to be found. Ooh, I slow down now. Now I'm at, what am I? 70 something. Because there's more lights. More lights coming up. I'm learning. I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress. God ain't done with me yet. He's still teaching me and using me and grooming me and sculpting me and molding me and developing me and replenishing me and building me. He ain't finished yet. He'll be finished when I take my last breath and leave this place we call Earth. But let me get home, relax, relate, light some candles, take a nice shower. I just got some incense. Check my mailbox because Amazon sent me some boxes. You know, it's like I feel like a kid on Christmas when I was younger. Because Christmas ain't the same now that you've grown. It's not the same like it was when you were a child. But when I get a box, boy, I get happy and warm and fuzzy on the inside. But, yeah. So I'm happy to see what's in that box. But, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for subscribing. Those of you who are new to my channel, I thank you and I welcome you. If you have not yet subscribed, please do and share my videos. Let people know what the voice ASMR is talking about. Let them hear nursing behind the Benz, because we're going to talk about all kind of stuff. Stuff having to do with nursing, stuff having to do with the medical field, with mental health, with all different types of things. I will be catching up on my reading of the book Misery. That is the book that I'm reading now by Stephen King. And you guys, I do know about the whole copyright thing. I just hope that y'all be graceful. I just enjoy reading. And I like reading a good book. There is a book that I am thinking about reading. And when I read that book, I think I'm going to do a live reading. I will just be reading that book on live, and that is Dracula. Dracula's Guest, actually, by Bram Stoker. That book, the copyright or copyrights. I don't want to sound ignorant, but anyway, it's expired. So I have Dracula and I have Dracula's Guest. I'm going to be reading both of those books. Dracula's Guest is the first I'm going to read. But I don't know if I'm going to do it live. But I want to read that book live. I want to do a live reading of that book. And I will not do that until I reach 1,000 subscribers. Because I will feel like I've done something. I done reached 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 people actually want to hear what I am talking about. I actually think that it's kind of cool that even 555 people want to hear what I'm talking about. 555 people want to hear my voice. Y'all could be listening to all kind of other people, and you guys choose to listen to the voice. I dig it, and I appreciate it. Like I said, feel free to subscribe, share, cash app me at $The Voice ASMR. Till we meet again.